Christ touched me, there was a change in my soul that made me feel whole, oh baby. It took all my fear. Welcome back to Your Chance, and I am your host Terry, and I have my daughters here,
Keisha.
Tasha. Trina.
and we are here today to talk about missing girls. Like, I'm not gonna say missing girls, I'm gonna say our babies are coming up missing because they all of our kids. And right now, I have this pamphlet that I want you to see.
The Final Call.
It's called The Final Call. Okay, you can usually see the Muslim out on the corner selling these for like what, $1, $2, for little or nothing. It's just like you buy the magazines, the newspaper at a store. You know, I mean, what they have in there, it's a lot of things they have in there that you don't agree with, but you still buy it, you know. I suggest that you start picking this up too, because it tells a lot about our race and what's going on. It has some of everything in here. You know, not only missing kids, it talk about Trump, it talk about our water problems, it talks about solving problems in all different situations. So I suggest don't be scared just because they Muslim that, you know, you can't pick up this paper, because it really helps our culture out, you know. So why not support them? It will educate you. I mean, everything that they put in the Detroit newspaper is not true, you know. And then every time they get ready and arrest one of us, what do? They get on the news and they hype it up. Oh, he's a murderer, he's a killer, he's this and that. And then we getting all shaking up in our boots because we think this man really done killed somebody, and he probably didn't even kill nobody. They just want to grab somebody and pick them up, but we going to believe any and everything that they say. So right now we here to talk about our kids. They coming up missing, you know. So
Okay, I'm just gonna read a little something for you guys about the missing Black and Latino girls. For one, according to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, more than 146,000 Black children are reported missing each year. There were 527 missing juveniles in the first 3 months of 2017. According to the District of Columbia Police, most of the cases were solved.
okay, now why are our kids coming up missing? Okay, what is it as parents that we can do to solve this, you know, and the community? I mean, we need to find solutions, and that's what we here to talk about, solutions to protect our girls and our boys.
Well, first off, the news needs to start reporting Black women and kids being missed. And first of all, for us to be aware, because they always posting white women up all the time, but you don't never see Black women up. Like, we don't come up missing. So first, before we start finding out, you know, trying to find solutions, we got to be aware that we are coming up missing as well. We don't never see us on the news coming up missing. All these Amber Alerts going off, who are they?
Right.
Waking me up out my sleep. I mean, I hate to be, I'm so desensitized. Like, if it's not Black, I kind of be like, I mean,
Okay.
because we coming up
Okay.
missing as well.
So we're going to take a call. We have a call right now.
Carly, you're on the air.
Welcome to Your Chance.
What we mostly do need to concentrate on the reason why, not only that they're keeping it out of the media mouthpiece, but what you may or may not know, that Black males' organs are most highly in demand.
Yep.
You know, you got these sick Frankenstein doctors out here that want to live forever. So you must teach your kids and understand that their DNA, that we are the closest thing to God, the first civilization created and the most hated, but they need us. So beware of the organ trade slaves as well as the sex slaves. Slavery has not ended. And so we must protect ourselves, guard our bodies and our minds, and know who our enemies are and the tools that they use to get our babies. Thank you for taking my call.
Oh, and thank you for
you
calling.
I agree. You are so right. That reminds me of the young man I think that has to be about 2 years ago, who was found rolled up in a gym mat, and
yeah,
and when they found his body, they took all his organs out.
And they
it was
stuffed
stuffed it with newspaper.
Yeah, yeah. So they are doing that as well. They
That's
really
why-
are.
That's why on the back of your license and it say, "Do you want to donate?" No.
Yeah, because if you put on the back of your license, do you want? I mean, if it's on there, I'm gonna donate my organs. You never know who paying attention to that, and they find out what blood type you are, what your health is. Then they'll corner you somewhere. They'll pay our people to catch you and turn them over to them. I mean, people doing anything for money now. But the solutions that I want to have is like, if any of our young people is watching right now today, the problems that you have in that home is not going to be as bad. It's not as bad as what you're going to get out on the street. People will smile in your face and act like they're your friends, and then they're going to set you up. You can't trust everybody out here. These not the time for that. So
For the kids, you should always let somebody know where you are. If you don't want to
Kids,
tell your
adults,
parents, let a
women,
friend,
everything.
let someone know where you are, because you never know where you might go. You might not come back.
Right, and that's for women too.
yeah, that's
Like,
for all of us.
Everybody.
That's for everybody.
Nowadays, it's, a lot of just women are being targeted, kids are being targeted. So if you're going somewhere that's out of your ordinary, and like for instance, you're going on a date and you don't know this person that well, you need to always leave some type of information, some number, where you met this person from. If you don't want to give everything, at least where did you find this person? How can somebody get in touch with them on a social media site where you found them or something?
Get his license plate number.
License, right? Stash it somewhere.
But if anyone ever asks you, like,
Yeah.
if you go with somebody, and if they ever say, "Do anybody know who you with? I mean, that you with me?" You tell them, "Yeah." Everybody know. I left your number, your email. I left everything there for them, and then you won't have anything to worry about, So I just say, write it down on a piece of paper that somebody could find. Don't be scared. Don't be sneaking around, because while you sneaking around and they knowing you sneaking away from your parents, that's when you come up missing. That's when something happened to you. Right now, these young people are probably in somebody's basement somewhere, I mean, don't be, I know you anxious to grow up and get out here and just do your thing, I mean, my girls was like that too at one while, but I still made sure I knew who they was leaving with, so that if they left with that person and something happened to them and that person said, well, they left me and went with somebody else, that person they left with is responsible,
True.
And I feel like they the ones should go to jail if my kids come up missing. As far as I'm concerned, every last one of these kids out here is missing. They are my concern. So we really need to come up with some ideas to put in these kids' heads, so they, first of all, young people and these, wait a minute, we have adult too on the internet looking for love. You don't know these guys, and these guys don't know these women. You don't know their background.
True.
So I say that everybody should just write down a note, leave it with somebody you can trust, and
Pay attention to your surroundings. That walking to your car on your cell phone. No, you need to walk to your car and not be on your cell phone, because you're not paying attention to your
More attentive.
surroundings. You need to wait till you get in the car and close the door and lock the door. You just need to be more cautious, need to pay attention to your surroundings. But that phone need to be put up.
yeah,
you need to be
because
more
when
aware.
you walking around with your head down, looking at the cell phone. You don't even know what's around you. Somebody come up and hit you in the head or whatever. I mean, if you're gonna be on the phone, at least be smart enough to look around sometime. If you look outside right now, you go out when we get off. You go outside. You look outside and watch how many people walking down the street just doing this, or in their car just doing
Like
this,
the
looking at their cell phone.
is
You
taking over.
And then when you do park, don't park next to a van. I mean, find another parking spot to park at, because they can just slide that door open and pull you in. And if guys walking behind you, move to the side, let them go in front of you or whatever. Don't keep going where you're going. Just be around a lot of people, And if you're gonna meet with somebody, meet them in an open area where a lot of people at. I mean, we have cameras everywhere, and that's another thing. I suggest that instead of us using our cell phone to take pictures and post it on a website and laugh at it, let's be private detective. I mean, we could be our own private detective. You know how we used to watch out back in the day. We used to watch out for our kids, our neighbor kids, and this and that. Now we can sit up here and just be okay, just like you walking around holding your phone and people just knowing you into your phone. You can be filming somebody doing something they ain't got no business doing, and then if they looking at you like you film, just acting like you playing with your hair, like you taking a picture of yourself, playing with your hair or something, but you actually filming. You can help somebody out like that. You can save a life.
Anything that looks like out of the ordinary or somebody
Filming,
look
that's all
discomfort.
that's going on anyway is filming, uploading on.
I mean, yeah, but they can be a private detective, you know? I mean, hey, maybe I could try to start something that if you turn evidence in, you know, maybe you would get paid something, you know, or something, because we need to be private detective now, you know, and stop being foolish, you know?
I agree.
I think everybody needs.
I agree.
I think
And
we all
then
need to come together and, you know, instead of complaining and why ain't nobody doing this, why people out here doing this and that, if everybody can come together and, you know, help each other out, this world would be a much better place.
And stop worrying about words. People talking about you. People gonna talk about you if you look good. People gonna talk about you if you look bad. People gonna talk about you if you got good clothes on. People gonna talk about you if you don't have good clothes on. I mean, it don't matter what, you know. You need to just stop worrying about that. Words don't hurt. Stop letting words hurt you. You can get ulcers. You can get sick. It could cause all kind of illness. Now, the one you really need to turn to first thing in the morning is God. Seriously, Lord Jesus, and that is the truth. You start talking to Him. You start praising Him. You start trying to find out who He is. He'll turn your whole life around. You know, He'll put a protective shield over you where you don't have to worry about anything. And I mean, that is if you never tried Jesus before. I mean, if you tried Jesus before with your whole heart, that means you got to give yourself up. You got to give your life away. When I say you got to die to yourself and live for Him and let Him and be there for Him and say, Jesus, what is it that you want me to do that I can do for you to make this a better world, to make me a better person? He'll start showing you things. You know, He really will. So,
yeah, I mean, a lot of that stuff you can't let affect you, and that's probably what's going on with these young kids nowadays. It's a lot of pressure. It's probably a lot of things on your shoulder, and you just feel like maybe if you just go this route, you know what I'm saying? Some feel like maybe I should just run away, you know, from home to get away from the problems, but you're actually running into danger. You know, you're safer than where you're at, you know, than thinking that you're going to go out here and things are going to be different. No, it's going to be harder. You're going to meet somebody who's probably going to take advantage of you just for the simple fact that you're out here, you know.
He going to put you out on the street. He going to prostitute you.
Yeah, most cases, yeah. Or, you know, most cases you end up dead or, you know, missing, as what we're talking about, you know. So you really got to be more thoughtful and think about the type of things that's going around like nowadays.
Because if you notice when the police come out, they always come out after the person is laying on the ground dead, bleeding out, or they come after somebody done fought and beat each other to halfway to death, and then now they got to figure out who they want to take to jail. And usually if you black, they're going to take both of you. But the thing is that we can't even count on our own cops, you know. I mean, because some of them are not right either, you know, because some of them was abused. You know, you have a lot of cops that have low
Self-esteem.
Yeah, low self-esteem, you know, and what they want to do is they want a gun and they want a badge and they want to look tough, and they still don't look tough, but they want to feel tough and then want to act like they're in charge, but they probably never fought. They probably never been in an altercation before or anything. So the thing is that we messing with amateurs, you know. I mean, I thought the training of a cop was supposed to work them hard, and so that they can be out here to protect us, so they can arrive right on time. They don't even arrive right on time. And all I do when I ride around the street, I see the cops pulling over Like if a cop is on the right side of the street, another cop coming from the wrong side will pull over with his lights on, and they just sitting in the car talking to each other. But now you don't held back up traffic, and they got to kind of ease around you. I don't understand it. I think I'm gonna have to start videoing them, because it's a lot of I done seen like 4 and 5 of them in a parking lot, where if you ride past you can't see them, but they in this parking lot and they all just out the car just talking to each other. So
Instead of working.
right. So I mean, it's really tight out here. It's really rough. So are the parents talking to their kids? You know, I mean, are your child running you, or are you running your child? And it's not exactly who running who. Is do you even have communication? Do you know how to communicate with your kid? Because some of you know your kids are bad.
That's not funny.
You do. You know they bad. And you still letting them do what they want to do. And see, bad things, whatever you do, come back around to you.
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta talk to your kids and educate them about things that's going on in the world, especially young females now, because they don't know. You know, they don't know when you meet somebody off the internet. Yeah, they don't know if you meet somebody off the internet that that person might be dangerous, or, you know what I'm saying, gonna basically kidnap you and exploit you to the side of business where, you know, they're going to pimp you out. So basically, you have to talk to your children. You know, you got to explain to them that you can't leave all your information on Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat. All this going Facebook Live and everything, that's just a way for, you know, them to keep a right to watch you. You know what I'm saying? Since when is all of this live stuff coming on so they can know your every move, your every second, your every, and it's not just for them, it's also for these perverts, and you know what I'm saying, perverts looking in on your child. They know where you at because you're live, and you just, oh, look at me, we at the mall, da right here walking down,
and they
it's
know
live,
what you
you're
like.
there, you
and
know,
they know what you look like, but you don't know what they look like.
right? So people is really, like, you know what I'm saying, on the internet just watching this stuff. And if somebody share your video and their page is not even private, everybody can still see your video. You know, it's like you got to be more cautious of what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, out here. And as being females, we are even more targeted, because nowadays we don't pay attention. You know, nowadays we walk out and we think everything's just going to be fine because we're walking out. We're not watching our surroundings. We're not looking around. That is true.
So when you be, okay. Caller, welcome to your chance. Hello?
Caller.
You have to cut down your TV.
Yes. Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes. Just speak up a little louder.
Yes. You know, I just turned the TV on and I was listening to some of the things that the young ladies are talking about. And you're absolutely right. All that Facebook, I don't know anything about computers and how to text and all that junk. And anyway, what I'm saying is, that's bad. All these people getting dates or whatever they call them over the internet and all that kind of stuff. You don't need that. I don't go along with stuff like that. These dating games and somebody setting you up with somebody. Don't do that. You want to meet somebody, meet them the way you meet them, in the church or wherever you meet them at. Not necessarily the church, because all of them, I mean, that's right. But then, and all this crime these youngsters are steady doing, all together, like that incident happened down in Greektown. I mean, that's terrible. I mean, that shows they don't have no kind of godly fear, nothing, you know. And always, I'm telling you something else, always it's not the parents' fault. Some of the parents do good, but when you're around your parents, then it's different. And I know some of these youngsters talk back to their parents. I've never heard of people, when the parent tells them to wash dishes or do something, take the garbage, they have to go through a meeting and take it through Congress before they do it. I never heard of that. These young people, these parents let the kids talk back to them, call them by their first name. Come on now, I wasn't raised that way, and I'm 67 years young. So it's just terrible the way these youngsters are doing now. And we got a lot of young people that's doing good, they're successful, like you young ladies are doing up there. So we have to give you credit. And I'm wondering, do you get any calls from these other people that be calling in on these other shows with these negative? They need to call in and support y'all. I'm going to hang up and listen to them. and see if anybody else call in support of that.
Oh,
Everybody
thank you for
get out
calling.
and vote. If you're old enough to vote for Coleman
That's
Young
right.
Jr.
Coleman Young. Young
Over and out.
people,
Yeah,
young people, teenagers, adults, everybody vote for Coleman Young. Yes.
yeah, we just snagged our flag to sit right on top of the grass. Thank you for calling, caller.
But yeah, as far as that incident at Greektown, right? That was a lot of foolishness. That didn't make no sense for all them boys, and you can tell they don't know no better. Who in their right mind goes downtown, Greektown, knowing they just fixing all this up so all the white people can come back? You know they got cameras everywhere, and you go down there and act a fool like that. That didn't make any sense. Any sense.
They beat a
these
boy
two
to
unconscious
almost
and was
death,
still
yeah.
beating them. It was a whole bunch of them. They
stomping
got
him in the
two,
face and everything.
and they going to get the other two. But it's like, who does that? Why would you do something like that anyway? And then you posted it on Facebook Live. I mean, that's just, y'all just all stupid.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed for their parents.
And then you talking about racist this, racist that, but you
beating
racist
up-
to your
yeah,
own
you racist
kind.
to your own kind, right? I mean, it don't make no sense. I mean, if you're gonna do good video shots, like you go to the mall, you shooting yourself and this and that, film it and then air it the next day. That way you'll be protected. Nobody is gonna follow you around. Nobody will know where you at. Now, if you filming bad things, be a detective and call it in, because or else you can be a suspect and you'll go to jail too.
It depends on what if you recording it if it's something like that, you should be held accountable, because you're recording it laughing and joking with your
Instead of
friends and
helping,
posting on
getting help or
Facebook. Like,
anything.
you didn't record it to turn it in. You recorded it just to repost it.
And then you allowing your friends to do this. Like, what type of friend are you? Allowing them to
Be a follower.
Beat on these
Because
young
they talk each other into it, and then all it takes is one person to take that punch, and then the rest of them want to take the punch. They talk and then they feel good at that time, but once they wind up in jail
But they
and in
took
trouble,
that
then they feel
to
bad.
a whole
whole
nother
nother
level, because the
level.
boy was unconscious, and
Just
then when they had the
laying there.
two on camera, in court, and they told them that they know what their charges was, the other boy looked at the other boy like, I'm the only one charged with that.
Right. He
Yeah.
looked at his friend like. Okay, we got another caller.
Okay, we
How
got
he looked at him like,
Caller, you're on the air.
welcome to your chance. We have
Yes.
3 minutes.
Hello?
We have 3 minutes.
Hello?
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Yes. Okay, then. I forgot to say this, too. I'm calling back.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know if y'all saw it on TV where the young man that graduated from Eastern Michigan University, the young man, and he was talking about his father, was in jail, I believe. And his father said you wasn't going to be nothing,
That was his stepfather.
Stepdad.
I've always said a person can't predict how the young people will do. That young fella, I was so happy, that made me feel good. He said, if that's what you want to do, go through school and graduate. And he's done good, graduating, going to get a job or whatever. So when I hear people talk about if the parents, because you grow up in the parents where the parents ain't acting right and all this, that's not true. But anyway, I was so proud of him like that. Now, those are the people they should be giving honors to on TV
Right.
and at the NAACP that's going on downtown. Okay,
Right.
thank you.
And that's
That's the stuff they should be posting on Facebook.
Yeah.
That was his stepfather who was telling him that. But yeah, he was proud of him too. That was so good. I was glad they actually put it on the news.
And seeing that's what we really want to do too. We want to give honor to those kids who are doing good, adults, people, period. Let them be seen, let them be heard. We have to get our face page working first though, and then we'll be able to probably, oh, sorry, but we're going to wrap this up right now and go to our break, and then we'll be right back to finish up this subject. Love you guys. Be right back. Did not know right from wrong. Somebody tried to preach the gospel to me. I didn't listen. I fell down on my knees. I was just a foolish person at that time. Did not know what it meant. When Christ touched me, there was a change in my soul that made me feel whole, oh baby. welcome back to Your Chance. And for those who just tuning in, we have the pamphlet right here. It's called The Final Call, and the Muslim be passing them out on a corner. And we figure that there's nothing wrong with you guys supporting it because they talk about the water, what's going on with the water system. They talk about Trump. They talk about things that goes on in other cities. Okay, we have a caller. We're going to take this call and I'll finish up.
Caller, you're on the air.
Welcome to Your Chance.
Caller. Okay, they're gone.
Okay.
And we back with Jada.
Oh, yeah, excuse me. This is my granddaughter, Jada, Keisha's daughter. So we back with her for those who just tuning in for the first time. Yeah, as I was saying that, you know, the Muslim, they do more than, I mean, just like some of you guys might not support them in whatever they doing, and some of you are. It's just like the Detroit newspaper. We support them, but they don't do everything that we want them to do. They don't put in everything that they should put in, and some of the stuff is not true on what they put in, but you still buy their newspaper. You still support them. This is talking about our missing girls. Do they have anything in the Detroit paper with all these missing girls? You see this? With all the missing girls there. Do they have anything in the newspaper like that? No. Okay. So we're just gonna read off a little statement on it.
Okay. Nation capital grips by pain of missing Black and Latino girls. According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, more than 146,000 Black children are reported missing each year. There were 527 missing juveniles in the first 3 months of 2017. According to the District of Columbia Police, most of those cases were solved.
Right, but that's what they say, though, you know. I mean, because they don't want nobody to panic, you know. But, I mean, it's not happening to your child right now, and it's not happening to mine. But, I mean, we should still be real concerned about this. You know, and I know they talked about this on other stations, but we really trying to reach out to the youth. And I just decided not only the youth, but the adults too, because we need solutions. We need solutions for everyone to protect all of us, you know. We need to watch out for each other. We need to play private detective. We need to use our phones and record things for good, not for bad, you know. I mean, try doing something good and see how you'll feel after you doing that for something good. I mean, just to get somebody to laugh and at something you done film, somebody practically getting killed and you filming it, or somebody done died and you filming it, and then you want to face it and see how many what y'all call that, how many people likes. They can get, how many likes you can get, and then you want to laugh it off. I mean, try doing something good and see what you'll feel like, because you know what you do will come back around and hunt you. If it don't hunt you, it'll hunt your child, your loved one, somebody, you know. So let's make a difference, especially here in Detroit and other cities that are like Detroit, you know.
Hey, Jada, what do you feel are some things that maybe can help women, children, teenagers stop from coming up missing?
Stay in the house like I do. If you do go out, share your location with your friends, your family members, so they know where you at all times.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
That's right. Because why? Because I put it in your head like that, right? Hello?
I don't know. Man, I don't know. I just be like, let me share my location with you real quick because I'm about to go somewhere. They must be okay.
Well, that's good. At least you know what I'm saying, you being very, very cautious about where you going and you letting somebody know. That's definitely what should be happening. Whether it's you going somewhere that you don't want your parents to know, it's a secret, you're going to feel terrible once you let somebody know. Let somebody know.
leave it somewhere. Leave it, you know what I'm saying? Leave it somewhere. Leave it under your bed. Leave it under your mattress. You know, put it somewhere. You might not want to tell nobody, but okay. Leave it somewhere just in case something does happen. You can feel better because somebody's going to look. Somebody's going to search. You know, somebody's going to try to figure it out. Like, what happened? Where is she? You know, before you to just leave and then it's just like you just disappeared. You left no trace. It's nowhere to find you. You know, you got to be more cautious and you got to protect yourself, if anything.
And the movies that you watch, you really need to pay more attention to all the movies that you watch because the majority of the movies that you watch are really happening. We have a caller. Welcome to your chance. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Fine.
All right, this is DJ.
DJ?
Yes, I'm calling concerning these children out there. A lot of them are just outrageous. These parents are not just doing a good job raising the kids and all that, just giving them everything and all that, not making them work for things and all that and everything.
Right.
And a lot of parents let the kids be grown before their time, let them have weaves in their hair and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All these long weaves make them look grown and all that. So they shouldn't be having all that stuff. They should wait till they get 18 to get a weave at least.
Yeah.
Or 21.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's true. But then too, you know, our hair, when the summer comes.
Thank you for calling, caller.
Yeah. Thank you, DJ.
All right.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but as far as the young kids, when we put weave in their hair, the majority of them do have hair. And maybe some of them don't, but we're not putting it in there because of that. We're putting it in there because of our when you in the summertime when you go out, your hair sweat, and then you have to comb a child's hair every day. That can give them a headache. I mean, you know, we didn't have the luxury. God gave us the hair that fit us, and that hair. It's good hair, yes, it is on our head, but if we decide to wear weave, that's fine because we're not the only one wearing weave. Whites wearing weave, Latinos wearing weave, men's wearing toupees.
You talking about the kids.
And the men's wearing weave, but I'm getting back to the kids.
Well,
Okay.
I don't think it was nothing about we. I think he was just saying they looking grown.
They look grown. Okay,
and
no,
which
but
they do look grown.
Okay, they do look grown, but what I'm
It
saying
really
is
don't have
hard to
nothing to do
comb
with
their
hair.
hair sometimes. Yeah, you don't want them
We
going
not
out with
talking
their hair
about hair,
looking
though.
nappy.
Right. He was just saying how they're looking grown before their age. That they making them look too grown. You know.
As far as what they wear and
Okay,
how
that's
they
true.
act and
Okay, I
everything.
understand that.
Right.
We know you can.
That's why I said they at least should they be
Weave,
18.
weave is the new thing now. You know, people put weave in kids' hair, you know, with kitty hairstyles and everything like that. That's not.
Okay, I understand, but some of these kids are developing real fast too because of their food. You know.
That Burger King, McDonald's, y'all need to cook.
Yeah.
McDonald's for so long.
You
That
know
sounds
what?
good.
They need to cook.
You know what? We really should do a cooking class too and show them how to cook like certain people, good food, good healthy food, like you know.
Well, I guess I won't be on that segment.
I would tear that segment up. I would be on there.
Cooking healthy.
She said cooking healthy, But yeah, DJ, I do understand what you're saying, but yeah, I'm just thinking about the naps and the.
Right, but that was when he was trying to. We got you.
Okay, so back to the you know the children missing and stuff like that. I just thought of something that really stood out. Like not even children too, but another things that's making these women a target and these people a target is when you go out of town and you very, very like I don't want to say extra, but it's when you go out of town and
tell
people
them your
find out that they
location.
actually see that you're not from here. That makes you a target. They like, well, this person not from here. They don't know nothing. I can befriend them and be like, oh, let me take you to the nice places and the cool places and stuff.
So you don't go and let everybody know that you come from out of town. Just be there, enjoy, act like you part of the city, and enjoy yourself, right? Everybody ain't gotta know where you come from.
Yeah, that's a lot of people pray when they out of town. They prey on women and prey on children, especially if you come in there for a good time and you just
come and enjoy yourself, they're gonna look at you like, oh, she's not from here. So let me get to know her. Oh, where are you from?
Yeah,
Well,
'cause-
I'm from Detroit. Oh, well, you right now in Miami, you know. So come on to this hot spot, this club and stuff. You know, let me buy you a drink.
Right.
Next thing you know, the drink could be roofie. Next thing you know, you lured away from whoever you came with, and all of a sudden you missing. You not coming back home because, you know, y'all done trusted a person who decided to give you a tour around, and, you know, now you just came up missing. Nobody can help you. So you got to be more cautious about even when you go out of town now.
Right, because you be feeling a little paranoid. Because we went to Miami and we just out and about. We had a little festival, and this guy, because I pay attention to my surroundings. I see him watching, everybody watching, but by the time we get ready to get to him, he come up to me like, "You look exotic." He was like, "What's your nationality?" All I'm thinking to myself was, he might be sex trafficking.
Taken.
Like, let me get the
Taken.
right. Like, let me get
All
the
right, we
moving
got a
on.
caller. Caller, you're on the air.
Yeah, yes, a lot of ladies
Hello.
can barely hear you on the phone.
How you doing?
Oh, you say you
on the
can
TV.
barely hear us?
Yes, please speak right directly into those microphones, please. And important information you're giving out here.
Yes,
So,
speaking.
thank you very much.
Thank you for calling. Thank you
you
for
so
letting us know that. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thank you for calling. Is
Yeah.
that my microphone or your microphone? Which
I
one?
think it's maybe you better put, because you looking this way talking, so, and then maybe I better pick mine up, like.
Okay, well, yeah, but definitely, when you out of town, you definitely have to.
Stay in groups and pay
Stay in
attention.
groups.
You ain't gotta say you from out of town.
Yeah, they get the young ones easily. They be like some, oh, I'm a photographer. I do modeling gigs, and I book people to do modeling stuff, and you be sitting there looking like some boy. You look broke. What I look like? To you?
They basically selling dreams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
They
that's
go,
how they get 'em.
yep, they sell dreams. Oh, I can get you this. I can get you in the movies. I can do this. I can
And
do
so
that.
can my mother.
Oh, and then they have them business cards too, you know.
Oh,
Oh, them fake business cards. Ain't nobody got time for that.
I mean, anybody could get business card, not real cheap. So it used to be when they pull them out, oh my God, that looks so important, you know. But
and that's another thing that was going around where people stand at gas stations or stores and they find women who's by themselves and ask them, oh, you want to smell this? You know,
Don't.
take it.
No.
Don't do none of that. Don't take no cards, no nothing, because nowadays they're putting stuff on these cards
I be looking
that
at them
you know, in 5 minutes you can be out of there, and you by yourself, so they can just come snatch you up, take you and go. You just got to be cautious when you everywhere. You know, I don't talk to nobody when I'm out by myself and I'm going to my car or anything. I don't talk to nobody. It's always somebody like, hey, would you like to buy? No, thank you. I'm okay. No, I'm good. I don't. Why are you in the parking lot trying to sell me something? You know, no, I'm okay. So it's just like, please open your eyes.
and sometimes you don't have to get attention all the time. You know, I know we are attention seekers. You know, is that how you
Yeah,
say it?
yeah.
You know, you have a lot of them out here that want to be seen. Got to be seen. You know, I mean, just because you don't have anyone at the time, I mean, the perfect guy is out there somewhere. Stop rushing it. You know, you don't have to be seen to get somebody, because that one you looking for and pulling in is not going to be the right one, you
Well,
know.
if you don't get out the house, how they gonna find you if you always in the house?
Well, everybody on Facebook, social media. But what she's saying is, don't look. The person will come and find you. You don't have to be talking to every single guy that you see or whatever. But
And then for the women who like to go on a lot of dates and, you know, you like to get your eat on, because a lot of women like to go just to eat, you know, and they don't care if you offering, I'm going. Leave your location.
Right, and I got a good one, ladies. If you out at a bar and you drinking, and I know this might take away from chivalry a little bit, but sometimes you got to pay attention to this as well. When you meet these guys out and they be like, oh, let me walk you to your car. Sometimes you got to be cautious with that too, because I know somebody that got walked to the car and got robbed. So pay attention. Be more
sometimes
conscious.
they put paper bags in your like
No, I'm
on
talking
your
about the
window
person that
shields.
they
I know.
walked to the car.
I know, but sometimes they put Like
Talk to
they
the
put
mic, babe.
paper bags like on your window shield, so it's like something. So when you sit there, you go to your car and you like, "What is this on my car?" When you try to take it, they kidnap you.
So you just get in your car and pull off.
Right.
Don't take
Stop
nothing off your
stop
car.
at a gas station or something. Don't
And lock your
Don't.
door first. Don't wait on the
Exactly.
door lock to lock because you have to go a certain speed and then it locks. You lock your door first.
Yes. Oh, and excuse me, parents who have these little children. I get that some of you do not have somebody to let your kids go to school, take them to school and all that stuff, but certain ages should not be walking by themselves. I don't care if it's two of them and they under the age of where they understand fully, they should not be walking by themselves. I get it, it's hard times. You might not have somebody, but you can at least talk to a neighbor or something. Somebody that you are close with can do something about your kids because now they just getting snatched up. It's bad out here. Your kids are not safe, And I drive a lot of times and I see kids walking and it's just like part of me want to say, oh, let me just pick them up, take them to school, but I don't want to make that into a let me pick them up, take them to school. Then the next person who's a predator drive down the street and say, oh, let me prey on these kids. And they like, oh, well, the last lady helped me, so let me go ahead and get in the car with this person too. And then next thing you know, you're gone. So it's just like you got to.
Yeah, you see little kids walking the
You gotta
street
stop.
look like they 5 and 6 years old, but they could be about 8 or 9, but they just look small. And then on top of that, some of them when they get out of school, they go home and there's nobody home to open the door for them. They been being told to go around the back and sit on the back porch until the parent come or somebody come and let them in. Can you imagine a kid coming home raining or freezing outside and then have to sit in the back and wait on somebody to come home? I mean, I don't understand this, I really don't. I don't understand it. I have seen kids go riding in a car like they just go straight to their backyards, I mean, I'm not for sure if anybody there. Wow, somebody forgot to cut their phone down.
Sorry, you guys.
I thought that was me for a
This is
minute.
why this is real TV. Things happen.
Live TV.
Yeah, live TV things happen.
All the bloopers happen with you though.
No, yeah, we're going to have to do bloopers because she done hit the mic with her head twice.
3 times.
3 times.
Phone going on.
Phone went off. Even when your dad came on the show, he bumped his head on the mic. Like, we might have a blooper time.
Things happen, you guys. Things happen.
Okay, that's what we was talking about. Them cell phone people don't know how to put them down. We have one right here.
See, I had to put mine down.
Where is it?
I had to give it to Auntie.
We all look over there too. While she over there like
I'm sorry, we all went to the right for a moment.
all I hear is like
Yeah. But anyway, for those who just tuning in, we was talking about the final call, just so you will know. All the girls on here, they are missing. You is not going to find this on the Detroit newspaper. You is not going to find this in the Detroit press. You're not going to find this on their newscast. You're not going to find it nowhere. And everything that they talk about do not be true the majority of the time. They there to hype the city up. They work on negative. Aren't you
negativity.
yes, negativity. They work on negativity.
Negativity.
Aren't you guys tired of that? I mean, we really need some positive right now. Look at all of this. Look at all these faces.
It's pages.
Right.
It's pages. If I open the page, it's more in there. Yes, you need to start picking this up every week.
And
When you see
educate
'em,
your children.
And educate your child. Educate yourself, because it's a lot in here about you. You're not going to find it nowhere else. All you're going to find in the Detroit newspaper is the free press. Free press, on what sales they have.
And sports and all that.
And sports or whatever,
As far as the news, they trying to get the first hot story. They don't even know the whole story. They just trying to get there first.
Yep.
That's why you be watching news like they don't even know what happened, but you're reporting it. Get the
That's
facts
true.
first before you report it. They all at hospital, whatever. You don't know what's going on. They don't even know what's going on, but they just want to be the first one on the scene.
And like I say,
That's how our
have
society is, though.
what?
That's how our society is today. Like, that's all they pay attention to is negativity. It's always negativity. There's nothing there. They don't show the good. They don't show this. This one man had bought a whole bunch of hot and ready's for the homeless so they can eat. That was not on the news. They didn't show that on the news. It was all on Facebook, but it never hit the news.
Right. So that's all.
Well, the negative. Well, right. I'm
And-
sorry, but
but-
they always show back to what they show on the news. Now they always showing the white women coming up missing, but they never show us. But they so quick to show the black man out here doing these crimes. You
Oh,
know.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
You don't see no white man doing
Like
no crime.
nobody else can do crime.
I just still don't understand how they did not. This black man was sitting there just killing people over one lady because of over a lady broke up with him, and it's like they y'all knew exactly where he was. He told y'all where he was, and it's like the cops still didn't go get him
Because
It's like
he
was
wasn't
killing
killing-
black people.
right.
He was only killing black people, so it was just like we just gonna let him keep killing all these black people, and then once he kill if he kill a white person, we'll go get him in the end. But it's just like something that's ignorant, that's childish.
Right.
A lot of stuff be on Facebook first before it actually hit the news.
Yep, that's how you find everything.
You be like, oh, it's on the news now. Like,
Right. So to be honest, I really like some of the stuff they talking about. I really don't even know because I try not to even watch the news. But I do pick up paper like this and I read it because it's a lot of positive in here and things in here that you can really believe. If you read, you know the truth when you read it. I mean, why are you supporting somebody who ain't supporting you? So
You was passionate about that one.
I'm passionate about everything. I mean, I'm like
You
that.
feel a little in that one. Why are you supporting somebody who ain't supporting you? I wish that sidebar be quiet.
Right, you're not up here with us.
But yes,
Like,
please just be aware and
watch
be
your
aware.
surroundings.
Watch your surroundings. Educate, your children. Educate yourself and be more attentive. That's the number one problem we have is we're not paying attention. There's so many things on Facebook. People are losing their lives over Facebook on Facebook Live. They're really catching people losing their lives on Facebook Live. But if you would have been paying attention, you would have seen it before it came. Like it's a lot of videos that I've seen where it's, young boys in a car, you blast music, got your phone out, you Facebook Live and somebody comes and spray the whole car up. If you was if you was looking into your surroundings, you would have seen them people coming up. You would have seen them people walking up. You would have seen them people pulling up. So you got to be more attentive, even when you on these social networks and everything. You got to open your eyes and pay attention. We have a
Now,
caller.
okay.
Caller, you're on the air.
Welcome to your chance.
Ladies, how are you?
Fine. Fine.
First of all, is reality TV really reality? We got too many people striving to be reality stars, but when reality TV is not reality.
True.
We've got people being raised by the television instead of being raised by their parents. Old school measures work. New school measures, I don't find that they work. When you have a woman literally fighting for her life at a public park and no one stops to help her, but yet we videotape it. When you have a man mercilessly beat downtown in a public square, in a public place, and no one stops to help him, we are in trouble. And if you read your Bible, I believe Detroit, you may not believe this, I believe Detroit is Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You're right.
When you have a city where you got 11,000 rape kits that can't be tested, or in order to get them tested, we got a prosecutor that has to sell rib dinners and 50-50 raffles in order to get them tested. So that means we have in Detroit a lot of serial rapists.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The first 90 days of 2017, we had 171 sexual assaults. What does that tell you? Detroit is lawless. And the only reason we're not third world is that we don't see goats running down the middle of Woodward. We have to keep our head on the swivel. We have to be mindful of our neighborhoods. And can we really call our neighborhoods neighborhoods
Right.
if we don't know our neighbors?
Right. True. That's
So
true.
y'all be mindful, and I'm specifically cautious about women because Detroit, we're in trouble.
Oh yeah, women
When the
starting
black
to act
man
like
is
the man.
becoming feminized and the black woman is becoming masculine.
Yeah.
Don't believe me? Look around. You
Yeah.
got black men wearing skinny jeans, and you got black women fighting like men.
Yeah.
We are doing the complete opposite. And again, Detroit is Sodom and Gomorrah 2.0.
Right.
Who will throw the money changers out, and who will throw out the people who are oppressing our people? Y'all stay strong.
Thank you for
Thank
calling in. That was very good for the end of this show.
And
That was appreciated. It was so true.
we have like about 4 minutes to go, but I really wanted to tap in and hope that I can, like, people who out here, I wanted them to call in that's putting these negative on the air and tell us why are they doing this. And if somebody out here killing people for no reason, just for fun, I would like for you to call in and tell us why are you doing this. Can we change your mind about it? Can we make a difference? I mean, is it something that you need to stop or, you know, what's making you do this?
I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but this is reality, but they not gonna call in.
You never know. If they're out there killing, they might call in and say why they doing the things they doing. You never know.
If you killing somebody and you call in on this show, whoever a police officer watching this, y'all better be paying attention. That's what pay attention to what's going on. Because if they call in and they telling themselves, there you go.
I ain't,
Right there. For real. There you go.
I didn't say they was going to tell on themselves. They was going to tell why they doing it, you know.
Well, that's still snitching. They
Right,
just letting
they telling
themselves out.
you-
If they telling you, it's like you on live TV, fool.
Right.
Like, is you dumb?
y'all, she got hope when she know they gonna.
Okay.
So they gonna call in on the next show and be like, "Hey, tell that lady right there. This is why I do it. This is why I did it."
Well, I want to say to everybody, thank you for watching and thank you for tuning in. This is my family who are glad to be with your family. And thank you for tuning in to Your Chance. And
Don't forget, do not walk to the car on them cell phones. Stay off the phones. Watch your surroundings.
Ladies, Tasha, don't get gas at night.
Please.
Always carry a mace, tasers. You know they got phone tasers now.
Yes, they do. I've seen it. I want one.
Well,
I don't
all
need no
right,
taser.
you
I
guys.
ain't no tasing everybody. I don't like
All right.
see you next week after next.
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday.
Well, not
Next Sunday, the following Sunday.
Yeah, there we go.
God bless you.
Sunday.
God bless. Have a good one.
Did not know right from